difficulties, but it's
There you
okay.
go.
There he is. It's a little better. Can you shout?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, headset off. There we go. Don't know what's going on with that. Right. Anyway, have you ever had one of those days where everything just goes to shit, like your mic doesn't work properly?
Yep.
Last week, I had to send an email to all our customers to apologise. And I wrote, sorry for any incontinence caused. I was in a Zoom meeting with my boss soon afterwards, and I went, I know, it's shit. My dyslexia kicked in, and I didn't notice it. But the good thing was, everything was spell checked correctly. So, just in case I go dyslexic during the whole gig, I'm going to give you some more examples so you kind of get into my mindset, and God help you. So, last week, I went to the pub and I met a bloke. He said he played in a band. And I said, do you play the bums? I meant to say drums. He had a cackle and said, no, I'll play guitar. So I said, lead or brass? Lead or bass? After he stopped laughing, he said lead, which I thought was quite good. I went to a deli and asked for an LGBT sarnie. Unfortunately, they gave me a BLT with gravy. I went to a park and I saw a sign that I thought said, all gods have to be kept under control or on leads at all times. And I thought, wow, man, what kind of a park is this? And who's going to be able to police that? I bought some fuck food for the dogs. Visited a wank to pay a check-in. A chemist to pick up my description. And S&M for, you got it, underwear. Now, this rule of 6 really screws me up because I keep hearing and seeing it as the rule of sex. So last week, under government guidance, I joined an adult dating site. And in the profile, I wrote, my dick is 51 centimeters long. Now, I got loads of messages saying, could I send them a dick pic? To which I replied, sorry for any incontinence caused, but I'm dyslexic, it should have been 15 centimeters. That's 6 inches in old imperial money. I told you I was having a shit day. Now, has anybody else had issues with Google Maps? There's a few of you. Last week, it told me it would take me an hour to cycle to Exmouth. It took me over 3 hours to get there. Now, surely the algorithm thingy could have predicted that I was going to visit all the pubs on the way and have a drink in all 4 of them. And then it didn't factor in that I wasn't going to go straight home. Not that I was in drunken control of a bike or anything, more happily zigzagging, looking at the views. I know how those A-level students felt now. Now last month, there was a BBC headline and it said, Microsoft puts the entire world in a game. Well, that explains 2020 for you. They were talking about Flight Simulator, but it does appear that somebody's probably put a virus probably into the game, but actually done it for real, like the Chinese or someone. And we're all stuck in a blue mode sort of era, just waiting for that IT advanced thing where you go and push the on-off button. So just waiting for Boris, Trump, Putin. Where's Bill Gates when you need him? Although I always like version 95 of Windows. It was great. And it was a lovely year as well, from what I can remember. Now, don't get me wrong or think that I'm an alcoholic because I've mentioned going to the pubs a couple of times. It's just that I actually like beer and ale, Guinness, red wine, white wine, malt whiskey, brandy, rum. Oh, and of course gin. Not too keen on sherry though, and I don't like White Lightning. Tastes like paint stripper. And I can't stand special brew. But I do drink water. Usually in the morning to help rehydrate myself. And I've got to admit, there has been a couple of times when I've come close to being an alcoholic. I got married for one. I mean, that's enough to drive anybody to drink. Although I'm going sober now. Well, I will do after I've gone through all the divorce celebrations, because that's really going to help me become an alcoholic. And the 4-week lockdown that we've got coming up. I do like the full hair of the dog breakfast in the morning though. It does seem to help soak up all the alcohol. Now, before lockdown, 62% of men interviewed did not wash their hands after using the loo. And the reason being was that they said their genitals were clean and they didn't have to. You're missing the bloody point. You can't open doors with your genitals. You fucking dirty pricks. So let's hope that 62% of men are now singing happy birthday to their genitals, or at the very least sanitizing them. Thank you very much. I'm Keith Brokenshire. Stay safe. Protect your granny with a rule of six, whatever.
Thanks, Keith. Thank you. Yeah, whatever it takes to protect Granny. We'll follow whatever rule. 6, sex. Let's do it.